Hi, welcome to a sketchbook tour. I'm sorry, uh, the camera is shaky right now. I have it on a tripod and I'm holding it. It's like a little tripod and I'm holding it. Yeah, this is starting off real bad. I'm doing this because I want to be able to zoom into some of the pages. So yeah, this video might be pretty long and there won't be any editing in it, I don't think, because I can't be bothered, to be honest. I want to post a video and I want to play a game right after this, so yeah. And I have a cold, so I'm sorry. I'll be starting now, I guess. I also have some other thing that I'm planning to show later after this, so let's get started. These stickers right in front are from Japan. My mom got them. They're cat stickers. Oh wow, this ear is and they're textured. I don't know why am I talking about stickers. Now the first page I really don't draw anything on here, so oh god. You'll see I put dates there somewhere. It's month, day, year. This first one, I'm not really proud of it. You can see her eyes crooked. So is her face, so is the rest of her face, but oh well. This throughout the sketchbook you'll see phases of my OCs. This is mostly just my OCs, and you'll see phases through them. Like sometimes I won't repeat a character. They'll go through phases where there's one story then another. So yeah. Oh, by the way, I started off the sketchbook and I'm planning to finish it. I mean, it's not exactly finished. There's still a few pages left, but I think it's enough to serve for a sketchbook tour. I started it with the intent of doing at least these right pages to be finished drawings. So yeah, I don't know if you want to see the date in every one of these, but normally in the first parts I will have a 2-day limit because I wasn't as busy with college, and then the second semester rolled around and I got 6 days out of a week, I think. There's not much to say about some of these, but I'll try my best to explain. Oh yeah, you've seen most of these things. I forgot. I already did like a mini sketchbook tour in the beginning, so I'm going to skip over the ones I've done. I think this is where I stopped. Yeah, this is where I stopped with the last sketchbook tour, and I stuck in some other stuff as well. These are Fabriano testers, and I put it there. Okay, so this one, I don't think I've showed this one in the last one. It's just a corny little thing that I did. Now this is where another era of characters began, because I made another story. And this is another one. This is just random. I think I talked about it in my last sketchbook tour as well, if you can remember poison and coriander. This one I sketched in school while I was waiting for a class to start. Whoa. Sorry, I'm finding a... Okay, I think that's better. This one is fan art of... I mean, I wrote it there. I forgot. The girl from the other side. And it's done in ink. One of the first things there. Whoa, this one's kind of raunchy. This is my character as well from the last... from Coriander and Poison's story. I called her Aspen. She's a prostitute, basically. And she will join their guild. I never really fully explained that story, but it's just, the gist of it is that it's a story of people, a group of people who will work for revenge cases. Like if you want to get back at someone, you basically call them, and depending on what they did to you, they'll do to the person you want to be revenged on, I guess. So it's like an eye for an eye sort of thing. That's coriander and aspen. This one is done in like marker paper from Canson, and boy do I hate it. I tried loving it, but I can't. A little flap thing. There's a little cat there. Stickers from my from my school's little cat organization. I don't know what else to call it because they recently became approved of being a real thing, I guess. So people will donate to them, and they'd feed the cats at our school, since our school has a lot. Coriander again of this background. This is when I remember, this is when I got my Prima complexions and my Gansai Tambi. Never used again. This one, I used water-based markers for him. I don't know what that little thing is. Water-based markers, and this part I think is Copics. I can't remember, honestly. What are these? I know what those numbers are. This is another story again. I mean, they all pretty much look the same, but yeah. And so now I delved into fan art this time, and another coloring style, I guess, if you could call it that. I tried doing something without line art, because if you've noticed, every single one of these have line art on them, and I tried one where it didn't, because traditional, like most watercolor artists I see, don't use line art, so I didn't, and I really like that. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. Really depends on how I feel. Todoroki. Another story. Actually, I think that's Coriander, because she has red eyes. Final Fantasy 15 fan art. I finished this game then, I think. I think this was the day I finished this game. So when it's fan art, it has a little thingy up there that tells me where it's from, if in some case I forget it. Another story, don't ask me why he's kissing her through her mask. Kind of disgusting, but I'll roll with it. I know what is this? Some blue thing. And then I went into some more realistic drawing, I guess. It's dirty because it transferred over here. This is done with Copics and watercolor. The background is it's something, but yeah, that's what that mantis is. A giant Malaysian shield mantis. I got it off Pinterest, and I don't know, I just wanted to draw mantis, but I am scared of mantises, like insects. I'm very scared of them. This one's supposed to be Ignis that I drew before I went to school, like 5 a.m. in the morning, and I wanted to draw something. This one I feel is a cop-out. A lot of people complimented this, but I don't like it. I think it's a cop-out. I really didn't put too much effort into it. This is like one of the few spreads, and the first spread in the sketchbook. I never really did it again. There's something wrong with it. Yeah, this part. What happened? Like, this is his shoulder, and it goes down to here, supposedly. And then, theoretically, I mean, basically, his elbow would be right here. Like, down here and then here. But this arm is way too thick to what do you say? What do you call it? To compromise for his elbow, I guess. So, this is anatomically incorrect. But if you look at it from this, I think it's okay. That's Poison. I mean, I think he's the most distinguishable character from all my characters. Another water-based illustration. A lot of people also really like this because I think the colors pop really nicely, but that blush is horrendous. Another ink piece. I think I did this on a video as well, the sketching and chatting one. It's turned out as a cop-out. Whenever I want something to be a cop-out, I draw with ink, color with ink, something like that, because I really take a long time coloring these, but it doesn't last days. So another spread. She looks funky. I don't like how coriander looks here. This one I did with gouache, and this one with Copic. So the same marker paper that Canson provides. That gun is another one of those cat stickers. I outlined this with the Pilot Petite Fude brush. Then there's like little pens, and I got one in orange. I like it, but it isn't waterproof, so it is Copic proof, however. This is Poison and Cinder, if I remember correctly. I mean, Poison's real name is River, so they're River and Cinder. That's how I call them. But that story has gone to the gutters. I don't know how I'm going to continue it. So now I have new stories. This one is another cop-out. I wanted this to be my character for like this channel, I guess. An avatar, if you will. But I never really got around to drawing this more. Some sketches I did in school again. Sometimes I bring this to school and just draw, but I never do finished illustrations because most of the time I do lab work at school and I don't have the time. This one copied from Pinterest. And this one is Coriander and Aspen. I made this into a little sketchbook series, I guess. I make those like once in a while where like it's themed, I guess. Another one. When I have no idea what to draw, I go to Pinterest and draw whatever I like. This one though, this is our water bottle here at home, and I like it. I started drawing from life recently as well, so I think it's great. I don't know if you can tell the shimmery bits on her. Some of these will also have little thumbnails as well, so yeah. This is a cop-out. God, there's so many cop-outs in this sketchbook. But I did my best. Like, for example, her belt isn't colored in. Oh, God. Another gouache piece. I feel like the gouache paintings I did before are so much better than the ones I do now, because these were before. And the ones I do now, I don't know where they are. Sometimes I just put them wherever because I don't like looking at them. But this one I really like. I don't know, it feels like it's colored with gouache. That one's Coriander. This one, whoa, this is not good. Another gouache painting, Coriander. This one. I think I have, wait, so I'll show it right now so it won't become confusing, but this is a thumbnail supposedly for, wait, this Copic illustration. My Copic ones are a lot bigger, if you can tell. They're a lot bigger than this. I think, actually I don't know what the size of this is. If I'm to guess, I think it's like a 9x12, but I don't know. That one is coming up. I think it's probably my next video, the speed paint for this. So, yeah. I'll show everything in that thing later, because this is where I keep all my Copic stuff. I mean, I will have some Copic illustrations like this one here on the sketchbook, but I prefer using them on the paper that's better for them. Otherwise, it feels like a waste. This one, another fan art for Promised Neverland. I wanted to make a speed painting of this, but I was at my dorm and a lot of people were there, so I didn't want to set up something. This is the start of a new story, designing a new character. Drawing from life. This is from a restaurant we were at. This is basically the manifestation of another story. So this guy is the rival, and it's very shallow, so I won't bother explaining it. Actually, another fan art for Rune Factory 4. This was when I found out that 5 was getting released, because 4 is my all-time favorite game. Rune Factory 4 is my all-time favorite game, and I read about 5, if it was ever coming out, when I finished Rune Factory 4, and I read that they went bankrupt. So I think it was, I don't know how many years later, but it was a couple of years. It was a long time when I heard that it was this year that they announced that they're making 5, and they're re-releasing a special edition of 4 for the Switch. And just in time I got my Switch, so that's good. Another story that manifested. That one is about a girl who shows up in someone's dreams. This I have a speed painting of. She looks so weird. I hate her. Thumbnailing for this. I guess I have to turn this. Look, it buckles. I know a lot of people would say that your sketchbook is for just practice stuff, but I don't know. This paper, a sketchbook, I would consider expensive because of where I live. I've had sketchbooks for like $1. So this one retails for like, I think I said the price before, but I think it retails for roughly 15 over here. I can't remember what I said in the last video, but some above $10 is what I remember. So yeah, I think for me it's expensive to have something like this when I'm used to something that's so cheap. Didn't explain this one. This one is a cop-out. I will say when something is a cop-out. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. And I've started doing these random sketches where I just draw something from whatever I come up with and color them really splotchily. And I like them more, like I like this more than this. Look at this. I did this in gouache. This background, and it looks so dirty. I don't like it. My cat, because she was sitting in front of me at the time, she looks like she has a big head here, but she has a big head. I didn't draw her whiskers. Draw this in your style. Now I have an opinion with draw this in your style. Honestly, I think it's just free art. Granted that some people will give like giveaways, or wait, no, prizes. And I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I really think it's just a way to get free art of your OCs, because it honestly doesn't have to be like, I just feel like it's their OCs that they're getting free art for. And yeah, they do have prizes, but what else? I mean, what more will the people that participate that didn't win, what will they get? I didn't win this one. Maybe that's why I'm salty. I mean, I didn't really try hard. I just wanted to get some, I guess, exposure, at least. I got like 2 followers from it. That's okay. This is the story that had the dream girl in it. So that's her and that's the guy. I wanted it to be set in like, what era was it in Japan? The olden era, but her clothes scream differently. And this is supposed to be her sister. And she died. I don't know how else I'm going to explain it. I make stories and don't really build on them. I mean, I'll build a little and then I'll find some other inspiration and make another story. So that's my problem. This one I did when look at her face. Oh god. I made this when I came back from Korea. So I tested all the new supplies I got, and boy howdy, does that look ridiculous. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. I want to tear it off the sketchbook. And then I retried again with same stuff. I think it looks better there. I think, yeah, I was playing this game called Life is a Game on the phone, and in one ending you get this line, and I think it says mom and dad. So I don't know. It's sad. Maybe don't look at it if it's triggering. This one I'll have a video coming up soon. And game tickets. And a marker and watercolor illustration. This one is one of my favorites. I mean, it's too much green, but I love how this rabbit looked. No reference, too. So, that's nice. Usually when it's stuff like that, I use a reference, but not this time. I use a reference for the flowers, though. Doesn't look like it. They still look awful. The cat sticker container. This is where they came in. So, yeah. Ragdoll. Ragdoll, I guess that's what it means. American. What is that? I know this says American, and that probably says short hair. Because I'm not sure what this is. I always get confused. And Tohea. That's the last part. I can only read a bit of Japanese, so. This one, I went to a hotel and drew their little cafe. Me fleshing. Just solidifying the idea of that rabbit character that I had. And Mezzo Shoji. I painted this wrong. It's supposed to be blue. I don't know why I made it black. And this part, I don't know why, but his most defining feature, I forgot that he has like tentacle arms. So when I was making this, I wanted him to have long sleeves, but then halfway through, like, how would he wear those? So I just stopped midway. I don't know if you want to look at that. It's really nothing. I think a scene that I want in the story. But yeah, it's them again. I never really flushed this out again. Flushed? Why do I keep saying that? Oh. This one is of my newest story, the one I'm currently working on. I don't have a name for her, but I do have a name for her. I like naming my characters after plants or flowers and not give them real names, or they have real names but they won't say it. I don't know why I only do it for the girls too. So she's Hemlock, and based of the poisonous plant water hemlock, and she does kill she does kill people by kissing them. So just like water hemlock, I think people die from ingestion of it. At least that's what I learned from Days Gone. And that's the princess. She's supposedly her bodyguard. Hemlock is her bodyguard. I don't have a name for the princess yet. Another thingy over here. Oh. Just a little thing for cats. Cup out, because it's made out of ink. Yeah, I really drew them a lot. If I could just drag her hairline a bit down, it would be better, but she looks like she's balding there. So, for this story, they might look like they're a couple, but the princess is a lesbian, but Hemlock isn't. So, this is who she'll be with. The princess's brother. But I don't know yet. I'm still roughly designing his character. I don't know what hair he'll have because I wanted him to be a redhead, basically like literally red. But that he dyed it, so he's a natural blonde like his sister. And this is the last page where it's just me fleshing. What? I hate that I keep saying that. I don't know why I keep saying that. But yeah, that's the last page. I haven't even finished this. I'm planning on coloring it. And we'll just skip to the end. These are some swatches that I had. And the stuff from Korea that I tested out. Let's go to this. This is... Don't mind that. This was my portfolio from my math class back when I was in high school. And we had to compile our tests and design them. I don't know how we did that. It's kind of weird. And I got an 88. Oh, sad. So this is like a comic. This is actually I think I'll just show you. Let me just find it. This story is for them. These two. So they're the same characters from this. Just so we're clear. Yeah, it's not the best. I mean, I was practicing because this is when I got my deleter paper. And that's it. Because I never continued this. So now we have this. Copic, sorry. And this that I have a video on. It's still them, the same characters. That I don't have names for. This is the Dream Girl, basically. Whoa. I have a video of this as well. This is my next video. Cop out bamboos. And this one I don't have a video of, but it's Dream Girl again with her man. This one is of the girl and the rabbit character. Basically when she's grown a little. And a page for Hemlock and the princess when they first met. Wait, this isn't where they first met. This is when explaining their friendship, I guess, and how far back they go. So, yeah. He looks like Genji. That's it. Thanks for watching this sketchbook tour. It's a bit unprofessional, I guess, but it's something. I did work for like a couple months, not couple, half a year. Let's be honest, I worked on half a year for this and this combined. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Sorry for the lack of editing and professionalism and rambling in this one. I don't know, I don't have an excuse this time. I'm just bad, I guess. Thanks for watching. Bye.